some of your children, the style they are giving men outside, some of you cannot give your husband. You don't know it. The kind of thing we even hear on social media these days. Some of us, it makes our hearts bleed. I don't know. A few days ago, my daughter was telling me something. We were discussing. She was saying, like, some people has boyfriend, girlfriend in their class. I don't even know, something. We were saying something before this. She said that. So I asked them. It was two of them that were there. My daughter is 7 years. My boy is 5 years. I said, what is boyfriend? What is girlfriend? They said a boy that I love, a girl, something. Even my boy 5 years was saying it. Okay. And I asked more questions. She even said they were kissing in class. So I don't know if it was the teacher that saw them. Maybe the teacher saw them kissing before she addressed it. I don't know. Because she later said, teacher said, it's not good to do that. It's not good to have boyfriend, something. That one is, by the way, I'm saying this because of one video I watched from Nancy May page. She was talking about how a 9-year-old has been molested. Like, this girl has been constantly abused for the past 2 years under her father's roof. When I heard this, like, I thought of, not that I'm hearing that kind of thing for the first time. I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of stories that she was abused under her father's nose. And in 2025, we still have parents that are still in the school of thoughts that everything must be by force, everything must be by beating, everything must be by eating your child for them to tell you the truth, without knowing that you doing that kind of child cannot even trust you to tell you or to confide in you, to tell you what he or she is passing through. Everything is not gra-gra. Everything is not by force. Everything is not like, we know that many of us, that's how many of us were raised, and the same thing is affecting many people till now. Some people are still carrying that trauma. They think it's training. Some people don't know the kind of abuse some children receive from their parents, and some of them, like, that's when you see some parents say, like, it was that beating, not for that beating. Like, I'm going to do my own children like this. And some people that receive those kind of beating extremely, maybe some of them got physical wound. They would say, this is how my parent did me. I cannot do this to my children. Okay, they can't. It's those kind of parents. They'll be parenting in the part of, I don't want to do this, but they will live the right that they're supposed to. They will not do it. So those are the ones you see people saying on social media that, because he did not beat, because he did that. When you don't beat, like, you don't beat, what are you doing? Is it that you just, okay, because they said you should not beat, you just leave the child without saying anything, without teaching, without training? No, that's not what we are saying. We're saying teach in the right way, connect in the right way. Anyway, I have a lot of things to say, but not to make this video too lengthy. So that video really broke my heart. For it to happen under the father's nose, in their house, it should be someone that is very close to them. This movie I watched a few days ago, Ashabi's Child, I think I posted it here. Things that happen in that movie, it's the reality of many people growing up. It's the reality of many of our parents, how they raised their children. Because in that movie, that Ashabi was telling her mother could not even believe her that the mother's brother, which is Ashabi's uncle now, was molesting her. She couldn't believe her own daughter. When you cannot believe your own child, who else do you want to believe? One thing about this sex education, I don't want to use on my mouth and say, because I don't know if our Gamak will not like it. Because Ashabi's mother was not trained, she was not even educated, she don't even know what to do. She still carried the same thing. The same way her home mother taught her, the same way she was trying to, like, no education, nothing, the same way she doesn't give her daughter education. This is 2025. If I still saying these children, they will figure it out, like we figure it out when we grow, like they will figure it out. If you're still a kind of mother, kind of parent that is telling your child that if a boy touch you, you get pregnant, you should not move close to a boy, or don't move close to a girl. See, I don't know. If you're still that kind of parents in this age, or if you're still kind of mother or father that still say that instead of saying the name as it is, I don't want to say the name again. No, I'm not scared of saying it, but I don't know if I will get to it. I don't know. I don't want to have any issue here. You are still saying, instead of saying that janitor's name, you are still saying your kokoro, your kinika. I don't know. This thing, we have passed that level. Let's give this education the way it should be, please. And I read somewhere too. There was a time I read from, like, people were sharing their story. So there was one woman, I think there was somebody that shared her own story. She was like, I think she was 10 or 11, that she started growing breasts at early age, I think from 10 or so. That her dad, her father, used cane on that breast. The father was telling her that you started growing breast at this age because boys have been touching you, without even telling that child, without teaching the child what this is what will happen, this is what will happen at this also time, this is what this is how your body will be. This is like my daughter that was telling me the other day that how can I grow my breast. So I should not tell her that wait till when you get there you will know. No, it doesn't make sense. We need to stand up We need to say this thing. We're not saying that you should be teaching everything. You know the age of your child, and you should get knowledge to know that this is the age of this child. This is what this child should know at this time. Not that you should be teaching everything, but even a 2-year-old, 1-year-old, you can teach them. That's why we say you should get knowledge. You can teach them how to like their body, how to prevent their body, how to. You can teach a 2-year-old how to know them if somebody is molesting them. That's why you see a child of 3-4 years being molested. They don't even know what it is because nobody told them. You see a child of 8 years. You want to tell me that that child of 9 years doesn't know? But maybe the mother, maybe she's scared of the parents. If like maybe if they tell like. If she eventually tell the parent, they might say this, or if that molester is a family, they might say, like they'll just say, don't say it out, though, it's a family thing, it's a this thing, it's a this, that. Which many parents today, those things that were done to them, no therapy, because that child, that kind of child also need therapy. But parents, some parents, they will not even fight for that child because it's family member, it's come from family, they will to be died out. There is no talk, nothing, which is affecting many children today. These days, it's not only like your girl child that you should be careful with. It's not only about your girl child. Even boys are being molested, just that it's only common with girls. Boys are also being molested, but many of them are not reported. There was one conference I attended for boys last week. I posted the link on my page too. It was a program like boys were invited. It's a boys conference by Coach Ebuka. Secondary school boys, you see secondary school, I think maybe if, you see 12, 13, 14 years old, like secondary school boys were invited. During the question time, if you hear the question these children were asking, because they talk about drugs, they talk about pornography, they talk about many things. The question, like one of the questions related to this video was, there was a boy that asked a question, like 2 people or 3 people say ask related question. They're like, what can I do if an auntie, maybe an older person now, for secondary school boys who are telling them to come and have sex with them and to pay them. Imagine you're telling me boys cannot be molested. See that kind of thing. They were asking in that conference, and you are still keeping quiet as a parent that they will figure it out, they will know it. Do you want to tell me that what is happening in this age, in this time? Like many of them did not happen in our time, like teenage pregnancy, all these things, because it was even more in our time, because we don't have, many of us, we do not have education. Many of us that just turn out good naturally. It's not that maybe because anybody give us any sex education or anything. They were asking that question. Imagine, and you parents, you'll be saying, hey, your boy is this, or you're this, he doesn't talk, he doesn't do this, he doesn't. And those boys, they cannot even tell their parents because it's always ash. You just come home, nothing, you just excuse your face, nothing. How do you want your child to be friendly with you, to discuss with you? Let's be friends with our children, so they were able to tell us this thing. And let's start early, even if it is, if your child is already 10, 11, it's something you can still do. Don't wait until you say they're still young. Don't be surprised. What do you say? They're still young. Their peers are already telling them. And my daughter she said people are having boyfriend. It's not because, don't tell me it's because it's abroad. It's not because it's abroad. If your child that is in Nigeria tell you what they know about this thing we are talking about, if you that you are the mother, so you might not even know. Some of your children, the style they are giving men outside, some of you cannot give a husband. You don't know it. So don't say, hey, child is too small. They should not say, please, let's wake up, parents. Let's wake up. Thank you.